from the witch doctor.
Okay. Uh, I don't know nothing about witch doctors, but okay. All right. So, welcome to another episode of Beverly Hills 90210. Today, we're going to be covering episode 3, the first appearance of Joe E. Tata, who was the the guy who runs the Peach Pit. Um, so I guess we're gonna see the Peach Pit this episode. Do you remember this episode at all?
Now, let me make sure I know which episode we're talking about. Is it called Every Dream Has Its Price Tag?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember this episode at all. It's one of only 3 episodes that Tori Spelling didn't appear in for the entire show. Yeah.
Oh. And do you know, I watched Melrose Place, well, I tried the other day, and
Mhm.
I saw Kelly.
Oh,
It,
okay. It is a spinoff of
yeah,
90210.
he was on there a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett, but not no, not Farrah Fawcett. What was her name? What was the
Heather
lead actress of
Locklear,
that show? Hmm?
was it Heather Locklear?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, she was a big deal back then. Um, Not to say she's not a big deal now, but she was, she was like, one of the blonde actresses that everybody was talking about during that time.
Yeah, yeah, she was pretty popular.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
I remember that I tried to check out that show. I remember it being about like doctors and lawyers, like, like very grown up jobs and people, they had their drama, but it wasn't as melodramatic as Beverly Hills. The humor wasn't the same. It was a different type of humor. I guess less juvenile. So not a great spinoff. If somebody told you, "Oh, watch Melrose Place because you like Beverly Hills 90210," it's a completely different tone and different sense of humor. And yeah, it wasn't. They shouldn't have marketed it as a spinoff, but like, just another spelling show, a separate spelling show.
hmm
It
you
was like a
know,
soap opera.
yeah, I haven't really glued to it yet. I'll watch it and then I'll lose interest, but I'm gonna try to focus and watch at least one episode all the way through without falling asleep.
Yeah, yeah. So it's more serious, more soap opera-ish. Um,
Mhm.
but you might like the, corporate, espionage and sabotage and all that stuff because now as adults we can identify with workplace drama a lot more than high school drama. And
Mhm.
so that's what that show Satisfied is for people who have a real job and have to deal with all the stuff at their real job. So, you know.
Yeah, I'll check it. I'm gonna check it out. I watched an interview of on Brian Austin Green podcast, Oldish, uh,
Mhm.
spelling, and she talked about being a nepo baby.
Mhm.
And she was saying how she had to prove herself. She felt like she couldn't make one mistake, and how in today's culture, everybody looks down on a nepo baby like, you made it because of your dad. Your dad is
Mhm.
Aaron Spelling. She said how it gave her and her brother Randy great work ethics because of that. They had something to prove. So they were
Yeah.
always on time, always on point. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I think even though let's be honest, it's not like she did get the show because of her dad, but she wasn't the main character of the show. She wasn't the main character of the shows. So that's why it's less. crazy because now nepo babies are like the main stars of shows and movies. Like Annie McDowell, her daughter is like in every movie, and Timothy Chalamet is in every movie. I'm sure you've heard him. He's in every movie. So back then, like maybe their sons and daughters were like on the periphery, like Donna's on the periphery. She's not the main character of the show, not until later, much later. And
Right.
and but now they're just yes, people have always had an issue with nepo babies, but now uh they're just nobody's stopping them from leading the shows or running the movies anymore. So even though we had Drew Barrymore, again, that's another actress that was never really the main actress in anything she was in. She was always like one of the characters. So there was a little bit of respect there back in the day. You guys had a little bit more respect for skill and hard work. Now the Nepo baby is the main character of the movie or the show. And they're
Right.
selling it based on that. They're like, hey, this is so and so's son, come watch this movie because you like Kurt Russell's son. He's in everything because they market the movie as this is Kurt Russell's son. So if you like Kurt Russell, you'll come see this movie. So it's a lot different now. Like people always had an issue with it, but now people are just kind of like using it as a marketing tool. Like, come see this movie. It has a kid of the one actor that you actually liked in it. But that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about music? Are there any Nepo babies in music that I'm unaware of?
Um, well, Natalie Cole, but she was really good though.
Mhm.
Um, let's see who else. Who?
You know what I realized? Not a lot of rappers' kids really blew up. You know what I mean? Like all of them rapped or tried to, but not a lot of rappers' sons or daughters really blew up for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. That's what's so crazy. I can't think of any. Oh, Tracy Ellis Ross, but not a singer, not music though. That's acting. I don't know about music. I don't think. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like you just named another one, Zoe Kravitz, another one that she's in everything. Um, yeah. So now like people are just like, sure, put the Nepo baby on the cover because maybe like people who are fans of John Bonet will. That was her name, right? What
who?
was her name?
No, John.
Zoe Kravitz. It's John.
Oh,
It wasn't John Bonet.
Renee
What was it?
Ramsey was the little girl that went big.
No, no, not her. No, who's Zoe Kravitz's mom? What was her name?
Um, ah, she was on the
She
Cosby
was on.
Show.
Yeah, she was on the Cosby Show.
I can't think of her name. Uh, it'll come to me later. I can't think of her name now.
But it's something like that. It's something like that, like
Lisa
Monet
Bonet.
or
That was her name, Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet. Okay, yeah. See, they you might go see Zoe because you know who Lisa Bonet is. So they're just using the Nepo thing as a marketing tool.
Okay, I guess it works. They gotta work for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, music. Yeah, there's a lot of people related in the music business, but not a lot of direct like son, father, mother, daughter hit makers. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
So we're with that being said, you have nothing else to add to this episode before we watch it, or any other special facts or any behind the scenes. We're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
All right, you got it queued up.
Yep.
All right, 5, 4, Three, two, one. Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, I'm buffering just a little.
Oh, let me pause it.
Yeah, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hotel
Beverly Hills Hotel. Want to start it over?
in the intro. Let's see.
Yeah, start it over.
Hold up. Okay, it says zero. Hold on. Okay,
At
ready?
five, four, three, two, one.
I love the intro.
Oh, the Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
like
it's before you could
90s
get stuff
movie.
online.
Yeah. I like to watch videos of, how LA is becoming kind of deserted a little bit so it can rebuild differently, maybe less expensive.
That's propaganda. Um, everybody who lives in LA said that that's like right wing propaganda. This idea that Portland, Seattle, LA are like war zones. Like the people who live there have been posting videos of them on the beach getting matcha and stuff like that. So yeah, be careful with those videos in your algorithm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now Skid Row is still there and will
I'm
always be
just
there.
hoping, I'm just hoping one day it gets so inexpensive that I can be like, I'm moving to LA.
You can always move to Skid Row. Get yourself a tent.
um, if it was a little more on the beach,
They got beach bums too.
okay, that would be more my speed. Okay, who is she talking to?
She's rehearsing.
Oh, they scheming. That looks so rehearsed.
But yeah, no, you keep forgetting that. Like, there you go. There you go.
Oh, she hasn't been a teenager. So is this showing that it's not showing at the bottom of the screen? Can we not show it anymore?
We can, but it always have to edit it out, for
Oh,
copyright reasons.
oh, okay, okay. Ah,
She doesn't understand English.
And then she's looking at her like, why are you on your knees in Beverly Hills? Like somebody does that for everybody. Like probably the same company. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
yeah. Her first introduction to illegal labor in LA. Yeah,
You said illegal. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what I guarantee that's going to be a factor in this episode because we don't,
Okay.
in other parts of the country, we don't really see a lot of that as much as they do because they're right by Mexico.
Mm.
Is Brenda jealous?
Okay, which part are you on?
Well, now the mom and the dad are talking.
On the phone.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know why Kara doesn't want to accept the help. I would.
I mean it's weird, right? Like
Somebody
having
give
like an
me
immigrant that doesn't speak English, like I mean that I know, like I said, now we're used to it because of the American economy. But that would be weird if you were from Minnesota and somebody just showed up and was like, "We're gonna be your servants." You could
oh,
just, you know,
oh no, no, not service. I'll just give them a list and be like, I'll do this part and you do this.
yeah, it's just weird. I mean, it'd be weird for me. Like if somebody showed up and was like, "I'm gonna be washing your clothes,"
Oh,
like I'd be like, I'm good."
I would so love that. I would say, oh, hey, here's my darks and here's my whites and here's my warm.
You're American. You're full American right there.
Well,
And
you
like I
know,
said, it's regional.
I've had cleaning jobs and I enjoy it because I talk while I clean, especially if they stick around, so it can be fun a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's very regional because, like I said, Minnesota, they never had slaves there, right? So it's not in their culture to have like people who look different than them, don't speak English, doing menial tasks for them. We are more used to the concept because, of history.
Yeah. Well, for me, it wouldn't matter what their nationality was. They could, if that's what they do well, then everybody have to do what they're good at. Like the
I think
organizers. Like I would have loved to have had an organizer. And when I would get overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, I had a friend that called in a housekeeping company for $50 and they would help her get organized, for like every month.
mm, but I guarantee that service was done by somebody American. Like organization for
Uh,
sure
they
was
were,
done by somebody American.
well, they were Hispanic. I forget the name of the company, but she said it was a good company too.
Yeah. See, I think she would be more comfortable if it was somebody else that was like her, like a woman that was American, like she would feel less strange about it. Um, but yeah, it is weird. I mean, like I said, I've been in situations where it was like, you know, you see somebody cleaning, that they're making way less than you, whatever it is. Takes some getting used to for me.
Well, they should pay them well. They should ask them, how much would you charge to do XYZ? And then it's even swap, no swindle. They get the money to send to their families, build a good life, and you get help. So it can be done in an ethical way. You know, I
Oh yeah,
hope
of
they
course.
do.
Yeah, yeah, it can, but we don't. It can be done
Well,
ethically, but we
yeah,
don't. So
when I got my
that's what I
heart
guarantee that.
when
I
I got
guarantee
my
this is not going to be the first episode about like the illegal labor market of Los Angeles, because that is a thing there. I think there's going to be an episode where they get to know one, and then they're going to hear the story, and they're going to feel, the Walshes or somebody's going to feel bad, and try to sponsor them or give them a green card or something like that.
okay, so they just gave me an error.
An error.
Yeah,
Was it?
hold up. It's a I have to restart. I have to restart it. Just tell me what number, what minute you're on.
10.
Okay, let's see. It's doing something weird. Mm, okay. Okay, I'm back on at 9:23.
Okay.
You want me to pause mine?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm at 9:33.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. We got a montage. Um, what is Brandon looking for? I completely forgot. Dry cleaners.
Um, oh, he's looking for a job.
Oh, thank you.
He's so excited. His first job.
So I wonder how he ends up working for the Peach Pit then. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really hanging out now.
I don't know. David is almost cool.
Ah, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, Brenda's jealous of Kelly's old friend.
Oh, yeah, she got to go.
We've all been through that situation.
Yeah, I don't mind my best friend having best friends, but my best friends always didn't like my other friends. This is good so they don't team up on you. Now you're seeing the 90s fashions.
Yeah, the floral dresses.
I used to love those long dresses and stuff like that.
And the hair is also longer.
Hmm.
Oh, shoplifter.
Oh, cool. Because her parents probably had the money to pay for it.
It
There's
could be a Winona Ryder situation where it's just for fun. Hola.
she has no idea what she just said.
It looked like get out the way.
Yeah, she could let her teach her Spanish. Espanol. What do you remember from
Yeah,
Spanish class?
yeah, she'll adjust to it, you know. Like I said, like we all have.
Mm. What do you remember from your Spanish class?
I mean, quite a few phrases, quite a few. I can still read Spanish.
Oh, that's cool. Only thing I remember from my German class is Guten Morgen, and that's good morning.
You don't remember Vegetzetsin.
Huh?
That's it. What about good night? Do you remember good night?
uh, um,
Guten Nacht.
Guten who?
Nacht.
Guten Nacht. Oh, okay, that
Yeah.
makes total
Like
sense.
noct
Good
is
night.
based on the word nocturnal. Or nocturnal is the based on that word.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then I can remember that. Guten
Yeah.
Nacht.
Yeah.
See, I see that dress that see. I had a dress
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
Yeah, that's the style. I don't know the name of that style of dress. Maybe you remember.
like a prayer. It's almost like a prairie dress.
Prairie dress. Is that what okay, gotcha.
You know, some of those
Oh,
West
and then
Indian,
y'all
they
women were
have
rocking the blazers back then. What'd you say?
oh yeah, I still like blazers. I mean, I
I
don't
haven't
wear
seen you rock a
them.
blazer in 20 years, mom.
I know, right? But it doesn't mean that I don't want to.
You're like, I love blazers. I'm like, I haven't seen you wear one since it's a Y2K.
Well, I still have a red velvet one in the archives that I might have to break out on you at Christmas time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bl- Uh, I remember seeing a lot of teal, teal. I think it was called the color teal blazers. Women would wear teal blazers with like a turtleneck,
Mhm.
and like hoop earrings. You
I,
know.
I would do that today.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So also the style is like bohemian. The long, flowy, flowery dresses. That
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
bohemian. Bohemian chic is what they call it. If you're shopping for.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
gotcha. And the what's that? Sheer? Is that sheer? What Kelly's wearing?
Yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah, I
really
remember
in.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Cher was really in,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that.
the hat that Brenda has on. I don't know what
Yeah,
that's
what style is
called
that?
in the 90s. Is it
What?
like
Yeah, what style of hat is that called?
I don't know because it's not bucket and it's not a cowboy cowgirl. I
We
don't
saw it a
know.
lot though.
It's almost like a flower pot hat.
Yeah, we saw it a lot.
Hmm. Uh-oh. I put money that the Hispanic lady understands English.
Mm. Which one?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a little bit of what classism.
Yeah, I don't like her attitude. She's snobbish. The audacity of it all.
Yep, still in mind.
Liar.
Nope.
What kind of clue would you, I would never steal, but can I leave my stuff here? My stolen
Yeah,
stuff.
no, absolutely not.
I wouldn't know what to think.
Everybody's late in LA, apparently. You would love it there. No offense.
None taken. Mm. Yeah, I would have been late. She would have flung that door open and been like, "You're an hour late on your first day."
No, she would have been like in LA, she would have been like, "You're right on time."
Oh, I love that. You're talking about heaven.
And I see you guys were rocking the socks, the white socks back then.
Yeah, I didn't do that, but I mean, I did wear little slouch socks with my tennis shoes, but I didn't wear the boots with the dress thing.
Hmm.
Oh, that place looks dark. It looks just like LA, like a
And
trendy
that's a
spot.
restaurant too.
Hmm.
I
What's
knew
that?
it. I knew that's what this episode was about.
Oh, wow. So you don't get your own tips? I don't know. That,
Now you're picking up on it.
yeah, I don't like that. When I got my when I needed help in the yard, I would go to the west side and I would say, "How much would you charge me to clear out all of the leaves or whatever I'm needing?" And they name their price, and I would feed them.
Yeah, because
So they got
that's a free
money.
market. You're not. This is like unofficial slavery. You're describing a free market.
Hmm.
That's what I'm trying to like highlight for the audience and for you is that different parts of the country have like an understanding. Like we use illegal labor, cheap labor in these certain areas, and people just kind of hush, you know, keep it on the low. Um, yeah, I mean, it's so funny that now we're in the country, right? You look at the news, we're dealing with that again, now. Um, but yeah, this is like one of the issues of LA, or used to be.
Mm. Bow chicka bow bow.
I don't know if that's happening tonight. They both look tired.
Carol and Jim look like they have never bound chicka bow bow
Well, no,
ever.
they're in shape. They obviously work out. I mean,
Ew.
yeah, I was going to say, don't underestimate them. They both are in good shape for their age.
She called herself centered. She gaslit Brenda. She stole and then called herself centered for asking her why did she get her wrapped up into it.
Yeah, entitlement. Okay. So it is a kleptomaniac situation.
Mm-hmm. Renona Ryder situation. Oh, oh, so he played tennis, stay in shape. My
Oh yeah,
mom
yeah.
used to be like that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, they're pretty good shape for Minnesota parents who are supposed to be in their 40s or 50s. They're pretty good, doing pretty good in that department. I think he would
Mhm.
look better if he went ahead and shaved his head, but other than that, they look pretty normal.
Then he might become a sex symbol. She's trying to keep up with her.
Yeah. Episode 3, still getting in trouble.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Brandon say, fix your face before you go down there. Spring my sister out of jail.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
He's a good brother. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's disgusting. She didn't steal
Yeah.
out of need. She was stealing just to be stealing.
Yeah, for the thrill to feel alive.
And she could have charmed her way into something free after she bought something.
Oh, you still don't get it. It's for the thrill.
The thrill of getting caught.
The thrill of maybe getting caught.
Mm, Beverly Hills thrills.
It's like I don't understand why people like motorcycles, but I get that they do it because it's exhilarating for them, you know.
Well, it was terrifying to ride on the back of one, especially while somebody's doing this on it. That was terrible.
Yeah, they like to feel like they're on the edge, you know.
Oh, they're walking, power walking together.
I knew they worked out. I was like, no, I'm not even in their shape, and I'm I'm not in my 40s yet, you know.
Oh, a can opener from J.C. Penney. He's really living on the edge. Oh,
Hola. Ellie's
that was
always doing that.
that was stupid. Why did you steal something you can't wear?
He knows that Kelly's always leaving Brenda with somebody shady.
She said klepto nympho audios. So he took Steve from Kelly just to take him. Hmm. That explains why Kelly blows Steve off too, because he cheated
No, I
on
mean,
her.
well, Steve is an a-hole. We talked about this. He's not a nice guy.
But she knew that probably from the beginning since they grew up together. But the fact that her best buddy took him from her.
Hmm. Yeah, that definitely. And I totally believe that he would give in easily. This version of Steve.
I love his vest, Brandon's vest.
See,
Oh, because
they're
vest, not
talking about it now. Yeah, yeah. You can't talk about LA without talking about the underclass.
mm,
I like the mom's fit. Finally. Oh, the stolen clothes. The stolen clothes. That's hard to explain.
yeah, it just looks bad.
That's so hard to explain. It's like having a murder weapon in your closet.
I know. But that didn't mean she was gonna steal it, Carol. See, remember I said I used to talk to people while I clean. Oh, I think Brenda won that argument.
Well,
But she
because we know she didn't do it.
should have just told her mom how the clothes got in the closet.
Uh, she was still processing the shock that her mom didn't believe her.
Mm. I mean, if she found a dead, a deceased, body in her up under the bed, like your mother's gonna think that you know how that happened.
Yeah, yeah, it's a tough situation.
Look at her. You see her man got on a full uniform, black and white,
Yeah,
with the with
yeah.
the
He's a
the
busboy, right?
hmm?
He's a busboy, right?
The maid. Did you see
Busboy.
the maid?
Those white socks are back.
What where are you at?
Pause. You hit pause.
Which you want me to hit pause?
Yes, hit pause.
Okay. I'm at 35:47.
Yep, same.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Okay.
I like the color juxtaposition of the red with the purple.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put some thought into that.
Yeah. Her and Dylan would have made a good couple because his parents were gone.
No, a kid like that needs a partner who has parents that they can hang out with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's why. Remember, you explained this to me last episode. The green room. You're like Dylan likes the Walshes because they're a family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's sad too.
Yeah.
Ooh, Crummers can't talk to the workers.
Yeah,
Classic.
now you're getting it, Mom. You forgot about this part of LA, huh?
Well, no. Um, I recently had someone tell me that they weren't supposed to talk to me when I was caring for their loved one. And I'm thinking, I'm a human. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you people? Wake up, earthlings. I don't care. I talk.
Right. I love that they're talking about this. That's so great. That's why the show's a classic.
Hmm.
They don't even talk about this in movies and shows anymore.
Uh-oh, I like this woke part of Brandon.
This is what makes the washes the washes. They're woke. They were woke before people got annoyed by wokeness.
How could you get annoyed by someone becoming consciously aware and have an awakening of their mind, expansion of the mind? Anybody who's against that is just an a. I don't know. They're a retard. I don't know how him being consciously aware is gonna help him understand now what he doesn't want. So now the universe can grant him what he does want.
Sure. Hence the peach pit.
Oh, and did you see those peaches? Mm. Oh, this is an epic moment in 90210 history.
Yep. Nice.
Contraband.
Yes.
Now Brenda is vindicated.
Yes.
Did you see the scrunchie? Did you see the white scrunchie?
Yeah. I've been paying attention. I mean, the fact that she's rocking a ponytail is so 90s.
Hmm. I love Carol's hair in this episode. It's so pretty.
I like her fit. This is the first fit of hers that I've liked so far.
Hmm. Um, they have the money, but she doesn't have the attention and the love that she desires.
Yep.
She said, "You're not as bad as you want to be."
Mm.
Aw. Oh,
I keep forgetting too. Malls were a thing.
malls were an integral part of my life.
Yeah,
I,
malls were the club.
I go to malls now and I cry. I like cry like I'm at a funeral. I'm serious. I went to my childhood mall that we went to every single weekend, every
Mhm.
Saturday. It was the same routine the weekend in Atlanta. It was Friday night, you go spend a night at your best friend's house because Saturday, you guys getting up going to the mall, Greenbrier Mall. Then you leave there, you go to the Jelly Bean skating ring Saturday night, and then Sunday we woke up and went to the Dollar Movie in Ben Hill, and that
Uh-huh.
was a whole weekend routine. I mean, every weekend, never miss it. Oh, until the summer, then it's Six Flags on Saturday, and then that
Yeah,
night Jelly Beans, and that Sunday might be Jelly Beans.
yeah. I mean, look at their pastel. They're like sort of yeah, they're like pastel robes, right?
It's pretty. Like Carol said, she didn't want it, but it's good now that she got it. Oh, that was a good episode.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they got deep. They got deep. They got right into the illegal labor market, like kleptomania.
hmm
Yeah, that was an awesome episode. So, what would you rank this episode amongst the three that we've seen thus far?
Um, I like the green room better.
Mhm. Compared to
Um,
the pilot?
huh?
What about the pilot? Where's that? The Green Room's number one. Where's the pilot?
Mm-mm. The pilot was one and two, and then the green room is three, and then the one we just watched is four because we watched the pilot was extremely long. They
No, I'm
combined.
saying what do you rank them like in
Oh,
terms of which one you like?
I think I like the green room the best, the Betty, because I watched Clueless and I did not know why Cher kept saying, "Oh, see, my mom, she's a total Betty." I mean, and I knew she meant Betty Davis, but I
Mhm.
wonder. I thought that was something, just specific to Clueless. But then watching the green room with the surfer girl that hung with the jerks, she said, "Well, they just think I'm a baddie, like she's hot."
Mhm.
And so I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." So yeah, so I really like Green Room the best so far.
And where does
And
the pilot
the
rank?
pilot has to go. Well, the pilot one and two has to go first, and then the Green Room, and then this last one I will rank it probably last.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean,
I would rank
but I'll say Brandon. I like to see this activist Brandon. Like he's cool when he stood up to his boss and was like, I don't even want to work for someone who would underpay their
yeah.
employees or treat
Yeah.
this a hierarchy and not a team, you
Mhm.
know. And then the
Yeah.
universe blessed him with the Peach Pit, his home for what he didn't know that day for probably the rest of his life.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah,
moved.
this was number 1 for me so far. because of the
Okay.
substance. Like they were talking about real issues that we still, like I don't know if anybody is aware, but there's like a ICE organization that's everywhere across the
Mm,
country right now. So this is like a hot issue now, and they were covering this issue 30 years ago. You know what I mean? So
mhm,
we're, it's so relevant. This episode is the most relevant to today. I would say,
mm,
I guess you could said we brought me in to this podcast for my millennial perspective. This episode would fit right in today's, you know, conversation. Um, and yeah, it's the kleptomania. Yeah, that's more of a thing of the past for sure because people don't go places anymore. They don't go to the mall. They don't casually shop. As you know, I worked loss prevention when I was a kid, and I saw plenty of maniacs of all ages and sizes and races and genders, and very surprising who likes to steal for fun, for sure. Finding that out. Um, but yeah, people shop online now, so that is a crime I think we might see go away in our lifetimes, possibly, which is weird to say, but everything else was very relevant. And I really appreciate the Walshes for having a backbone because a lot of people today don't. There's a lot of talk about wanting to change the system, but people still do the same things that they do. Like you said, people would still just keep paying those people under minimum wage, illegal labor. They would talk. They might talk about today. They would talk about it. They just would keep doing it
mhm,
after talking about it. So it was great to see these people, this whole family, stand on business. Brenda,
mm,
I don't steal. Period.
mhm,
Brandon,
mhm,
I don't work next to slaves.
mhm.
Period. Like they just stood on
Okay.
business,
Mhm. And you
and
doing
that's
away
rare now. So I appreciate that. The pilot, I would rank that number two because we had so much fun watching it. It was like so many things happening, and the
Mhm.
characters were unlikable for no, for no reason. They just made all the characters unlike. Now I know why. Remember we said that. I said I know why the show didn't get good ratings the first time it premiered in the
Mm,
fall of 19. I'm like, because the characters are so unlikable in this pilot.
mhm,
But now this episode, we are liking them. Like we
mm,
are starting to like Brenda. We're starting to like Brandon. We're starting to like, the character. Steve is hanging out with David and not bullying him. You know what I mean? So like we're starting to actually like these people. And now I see how somebody might watch this over the summer, binge it over the summer 1991 and be like, "Oh, I love this show," because you see the characters become likable in real time.
mhm.
So yeah.
Um, they probably did one of those test viewings and asked them about the pilot, and that's when they probably decided, well, we did enough hazing on David. We're going to make part of the group.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I like the fact that I mean because they could change like instead of underpaying someone because you know that they're here to make money, how about pay them a fair wage no matter where
Mhm.
they come from, who they are, equality, fairness. Is that too much for us to ask for? I mean, the world, women, men, um, no matter what your nationality, if the job pays this, if this is what you can afford to pay as a family for housekeeping to anybody, will I accept it or will I, or not? If I go to another country and work, I would tell them, hey, I'm working for, 2,000 pesos per
Mhm.
hour. Like that's what I charge. And
Mhm.
if they say no, I'll keep trucking until I find somebody that will give me what I'm worth or what the job is worth. So basically, I mean, because there are people from all over the world here. and they don't undercharge for things. So maybe Hispanics should just say, hey, I'm not cleaning your whole house for $50. I'll clean your whole house for, maybe 175. I'll undercut the next guy, but I'm not going to peanuts, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
So,
you're right. I think one of the issues, yeah, is the idea that they don't care about the low pay because they send their money back home. So yeah, that there is some like I guess you're saying that there's responsibility on both sides, the business owner and the labor coming in, because yeah, the business owner should pay fairly, and but also the labor coming in should realize that you have to at least come close to what the minimum wage is, because Americans aren't sending their money back somewhere else. Like they have to spend it here. They have to buy a house here. They have to pay for their medical bills here. And so, yeah, like, and that's what the minimum wage is for, is to like maintain that standard. That's why it's called illegal labor, because it is illegal to pay under the minimum wage. And we just, I think we have a culture of allowing businesses to break the law and to not pay workers, not pay taxes. It's like a culture of like they're a business owner, they're a corporation, let them do what they want because they have the money. And that's what we need to change, because we do have a minimum wage, and going
mm,
below that minimum wage is illegal. You can get fined as a business, but we just as a country, we let businesses break the law on a regular basis and give them a slap on the wrist or fine. Nobody goes to jail for it. And so we
mhm.
have to change the culture of how, we have to stop worshiping businesses and corporations the way we do, and maybe um, we'll see changes there. Like you said, more people like Brandon and Mrs. Walsh and Brenda who just stand up, and just go, I'm not tolerating that anymore.
Well, the
That'd
way
be
I
great.
do a business or a corporation is the way I do now with meeting guys or attempting relationships. The minute it doesn't work, I don't give it any more energy now. It's like I used to, what can we bargain? Well, what's this? Or is it something that can be? I just totally turn the other way. So, you know, um, like it's a certain store that I received like subpar customer service. I decided, well, I'm not gonna leave a review. I'm gonna let my money or lack of my money speak for itself. I'll never go to that Kroger or excuse me, that grocery store
Mhm.
again because no. If I don't like it anymore, it's something I don't like. It's like Brandon. You gotta take a stance and cut
Yeah,
the ties and cut the energetic cords so you can open up for something new, a new opportunity, a new relationship. Clear that
you're right.
space. Walk away.
Yeah, it's hard, but you got to do it. And the
When you get
sooner you do
frustrated
it,
enough,
the
you'll
easier it
do
is to do it.
it. You get frustrated enough, you'll walk away. And it's
Yeah.
funny how the universe works. Like if it's somewhere you're not supposed to be, but you're supposed to learn a lesson. Like Brandon, he was willing. He saw the place was dark, and the lady was weird, and but
Mhm.
he was willing to do anything for money. That's the main issue.
Yeah.
You need to stop going for just money because you're gonna have to be there and like the place, or um, so when you work, you're at work almost as much as you're at home. So it's
Yeah.
like a second home. So if it's
You're
something
right.
you like, I don't care. I'm non-committal. I'm non-committal if I don't like it. But then if it's a lesson that I know I'm there to learn, if it's difficult, then I try to master it. So then the universe will just be like, boom, you're done. You graduated. So Brandon graduated in a big way when he stood up. And then he was just chilling, eating peaches with his new friend Dylan. And then boom, the opportunity just sat in his lap. He didn't have to get frustrated with his list, scratching off. He was
Mm.
just looking for anything for $1.
Mm.
But but the universe doesn't work like that. The universe works like, what is your passion? What do you like? Where could you blend? Where could your talents be most used at? Where could you be more relaxed? And look at the Peach Pit. He already like chilling there, so now he could just get, and he's gonna get to keep his tips because he stood
I
up for
know.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm. So I never really even remember how Brandon got that job. I didn't. I'm glad that we saw that episode because that's one episode that um I probably only seen maybe twice. One time that I don't remember, obviously, and then this time. And it was a good episode. And I knew you would like that shot with the red and the purple contrast and the way it looked like she was suspended in air. Wasn't that a good
Yeah.
shot?
Yeah. Somebody thought about that one that morning. They're like,
Hmm.
let me add a little style to this.
That was perfect. That was great. I loved it. That was really good. Hmm.
All right. So, anything else you want to add? Oh, I did want to ask you. I keep forgetting our question I always ask. What do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Do you have any vague memory, or without completely spoiling it, if you do know? But what do you think? Where is this headed now?
Um, Honestly, I don't remember. Um, Very rarely do I get to start, this early. Because usually when I catch it, 90210 on Roku has the
Mm,
90210 channel, so it's all day, all night. But very rarely, I've caught the pilot a couple of times. Um, but the three, the four, the five, it's kind of fuzzy.
yeah.
Because I remember where I caught it when I first watched it, and I'll share that when we watch that episode.
Okay.
That hooked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got hooked onto it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
this is just like the beginning. Like this is like, um,
They're starting to feel themselves though with this episode.
yeah,
It felt more like they had a plan, like more structured. It wasn't just like random events happening like in the pilot. Felt like random stuff was just happening in the
mm-hmm.
pilot, you know?
But now they've set a foundation of
Yeah.
morality, a
Yeah.
strong foundation. Like we're not gonna let Beverly Hills change our good old Minnesota morals.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the fact that Brenda said, I wanted to steal. She was honest. She was like, I wanted to steal, but I didn't. Like, can I get
Hmm.
props for that, mom? Like, yeah. And
Yeah.
Brandon.
And I do want to see the boys get together, Steve and Brandon and Dylan and I want to see the girls. I think well we just got Brendan and Kelly right now. But yeah, Donna and Brenda and Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to the solidified cast,
Yeah,
the family
exactly.
comes
Yeah.
together. 'Cause, yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it really gets good. But so far, I mean, it's good to see the beginnings because, like I said, I'm used to seeing the game, so it's good
Yeah.
to see everything. Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, Kelly just tripped me out how she was like, "Yeah, she just stole my boy stole Steve from me for no reason, just for the sake of stealing him." Like she was saying, like Tiffany was a klepto, and
Hmm.
she stole the clothes for the sake of stealing the clothes. She was like, "Yeah, well, she did that to my boyfriend too."
Yeah, I mean, Kelly's always leaving Brenda with somebody shady in some way, shape, or form. I mean, Brenda's not totally innocent. Like we're starting to see that she is attracted to troubled situations or people in a weird way. She went after the older guy, knowing that that was going to have to end, at some point before it got too adult or serious. She is we're gonna see her develop a relationship with Kelly, who is a little problematic onto
Mm-hmm.
herself. You know what I mean? Like she's,
Mm-hmm.
she seems to be drifting towards people who have issues they need to work out. Um, and that's I
You
think that's
mean for
Brenda's arc for. I'm predicting that's going to be her character for the first season. Is I'm going to run into this problematic person. We're going to have an issue that we're going to work out. I'm going to learn something new. And then we're going to have a friend break up. And then we're going to move on to the next adventure.
Yep. Yep. So far I really like it. I wish I had known Brenda in high school. She would have been my friend.
Yeah. And Brandon,
Thank
no girls this episode. No girl this episode. Shocking.
I know.
Shocking.
He swings the Playboy.
Yeah. First two episodes, it was a girl per episode. This one, they kept it PG for Brandon, so that's good.
Hmm. He got his mind on his money and his money on his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, he was focused. And the parents, they seemed still solid, even though there was a moment where Jim almost threw his wife under the bus for the Brenda shoplifting situation. I didn't like that. I was like, oh, he was like, why'd you let this happen? Like that was a moment. I was like, oh, okay, let it happen. Jeez.
You mean B? Yeah. No, you don't blame it on Carol.
Yeah, yeah, that was like okay. I was like, oh, they're human then for sure. Because I was like, wow, she can't watch Brenda 24 hours a day,
I
But
know.
yeah,
She gotta do all her gardening.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm like, Brenda's got to go outside sometimes, and they're kids; they're gonna make mistakes. But now you also got to see in that scene that the parents trust Brandon more for whatever reason. Um, I don't
It's
know.
it is sexist, right?
It could be misogyny, classic, misogyny, because they
Mhm.
definitely were more comfortable around him. They spoke like more adult, like they don't talk down to Brandon. Like you'll notice that they kind of talk down to Brenda a little bit, patronize her. And Brandon is like he's like a third member in the thruple, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, "What's going on, Brandon? How was your day?" And he was like, "Oh, it was good, Dad." Like they're very relaxed around him. And Brenda, they're like, you could tell every time she walks in a room or
But
has something to
in a
say.
grown house.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I don't like, having a brother and like it, they more free. Like I haven't heard them so far tell Brandon any curfew.
nothing, nothing. Yeah,
He's like a Beverly Hills kid. Like he
he
already
hasn't gotten
doing
any
that.
pushback on nothing yet thus
Mm-mm,
far. No
mm-mm.
pushback whatsoever.
That's unfair. Now, if I could change something about the show so far, I would definitely change that dynamic to where it's equal and fair. I mean, they are twins.
Hmm.
So what if
Yeah,
Brandon's a couple minutes older?
yeah.
And,
But
the
he did use his power to defend her though. When they
mm,
tried to be like, "Of course she did this," like
mhm,
he did try to defend her. So, he's
mhm,
not just like, you know, throwing Brenda under the bus every
mhm.
time she gets into some trouble.
True, he's a good brother. Yeah, it's not his fault. It's probably the dad's fault because the dad is probably like, "Oh, he's a boy. Let him hang
Mm,
out for 2 days.
yeah,
He'll be fine.
yeah,
He's coming into a man. He's gonna
yeah,
be a new me, and I want to be free. So I'm gonna live vicariously through my son. I don't
hmm, yeah. That's probably it.
know.
Well, all righty. That concludes
I
our
enjoy
discussion and watch along for episode 3. The show is
it.
getting better and better with each episode, in my opinion.
Yep, and I
And
got
I look
to
forward. Would you say?
I got my fix of 90210 this week.
Yeah, I look forward to these every week because it's like it's a good show. It's refreshing. They're actually discussing issues now. And now TV, they're so afraid of offending a certain demographic that they're no longer even talking about the real issues that affect our lives anymore. And like this show gets right to it. Like they talk about money, labor, wages. Like this is the this is the first because people are like today people will be like this is so woke, da da da. But back then they got right into it, like into the most serious issues. And you gotta give it up for Aaron Spelling and that whole team for doing that. And I always remember too, like this anti-wokeness thing, like I grew up with shows like Captain Planet, like where the whole show was about environmentalism and not littering and all this stuff. So you guys, your generation X was actually you guys stood on business more than anybody else did. You guys were willing to talk about real issues and real solutions. And it's funny how like it's kind of you know, we've taken a step back in a lot of ways culturally. And this show is a good example of that. That, y'all really were willing to talk about all the issues. But um that's
Well,
why this show needs to get some sort of like what do you call it, revisit. That's why we're doing the revisit. That's why I want to do the revisit with you too, because I remember you were like, did you even like the show? And I was like, well, not when I was 5, because I didn't know what, any of this. I didn't know what anything was happen. I didn't understand anything happening on the screen,
and it
honestly,
was
when I
a
was
Power
5.
Rangers.
Yeah, so yeah, so I'm like, this is just something that my mom likes. I like Power Rangers. This is the show my mom likes. And then, but as I got older, of course, I remember looking back on those moments of watching that, sitting on the couch with you while
Mhm.
you enjoy the show. And then that made me revisit the show years later. And I was like, oh, this is actually a good show. Like they're
Mhm.
actually putting in some effort into this. So
Well,
yeah.
maybe
So I look forward to it every week. Hmm?
your spirit motivated my spirit to watch a couple of Xenas today.
Xena?
It's not on two
What?
and Xena has a channel. Yeah, it's a channel called Xena on Roku. And so I
Mhm.
watched it because I didn't want to watch 90210. I didn't want to watch
Yeah.
what I watched all the movies that I could watch. And
Yeah.
so I said, Xena, let me see what did Logan like about Xena. And that show is so
Loved it.
good. Maybe we'll have to when we're done with the 90210, maybe we'll take a break and do a couple Xenas. Cause I mean that was full of man, it was full of everything. Some of the rappers named themselves after obviously after some of the stuff that I heard on Xena. Like
Oh.
um um was it Ghostface or Ghost Killer in her show, and I was like, oh, so Wu Tang has Ghostface Killer. So it was
Mm.
like the only thing that was missing was the face. So the the nemesis was Ghost Killer.
Mhm.
So I was like, wow, and it was some more. It was a lot more, and I was like, wow,
Oh,
that show
you're
is
you're speaking my
good.
language right now.
So yeah, maybe we can alternate, or go up to a certain point in season one, and then we can
Yeah.
do of 90210, and then we can do throw a Xena in the middle, throw some Xenas in the middle, because oh man, I saw some good episodes. I was like, man,
Hey.
I'm feeling like a
Okay.
warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, the blood off
Anybody
his
watching anybody watching knows I love Xena because the world they live in is very small right? Like you can get from one part of the world to the next in like a week or two, but it's full of magic. Like there's so many, anything is possible. Anything can happen in the world of Xena. You can find a fruit that makes you invisible. You could find like a trinket that makes you super strong, or like anything can happen. And it's a world where even though bad things happen, the good outweighs the bad by 1 degree, like just
Mhm.
enough. So yeah, we could do a Xena revisit. I mean, they had their 30th anniversary um, this year, 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big deal. Cast came out. They came out and they said, we thought after 30 years it'd only be like 10 people left in this room. Yeah, and the whole auditorium was full because of people like me, like who saw it when they were 10 and are in their 30s. Because not every show the audience is the same age as the
Mhm.
characters. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, and Naruto One had a convention like a couple of months ago, and Ian Ziering, Tori
Mhm.
Spelling, and uh I keep Brian Austin Green were
Okay.
at this one. So
Oh,
you
I'm
guys
glad
can
you're keeping up with
check
them.
that out online if you want to see some of their behind the scenes. They had a lot of like funny stories about the behind the scenes, and like I said, Ian Ziering and Tori Spelling are very accessible. Like they talk to fans. They're always at the signings. Like you can pretty much, if you have the ability to drive or fly, you can meet them pretty much every year if you want to.
Oh, I would love to get a picture with my fake boyfriend, Steve.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's 60, does not look 60.
I had one with Gabrielle Carteris, but um I don't know how. I think the
I never saw
film,
it.
what I didn't I end up with just the press photo, because the photo
Mm.
of her and I, it didn't. When I went to get the film, every time I go to California or LA, and I remember this before the camera phones.
Mm.
So the film, every time I take it to a place to get it developed, it never came out. None of my photos from LA either time, besides um Nicole Nicole's condo and OJ's house. I do have
Yeah, I
those
saw
photos
that one.
from
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that one.
That's the only ones that came out. None of the other photos. The one with her and I, with Gabrielle Carteris and I, that didn't come out. The Hollywood sign one didn't come out. The Beverly Hills Hotel photo didn't come out. Any of the other ones didn't come out.
Did you guys have the little instant Polaroid cameras yet? Or was that
We
way
had
later?
those. Yeah, we had those, but I
That would
didn't.
have been the camera to take, because then
Yeah,
you would have got it. You could have
but
flipped it and been like,
you know what I don't like about those? When they get old, they break apart, and then you
oh, so
have
you'd have to preserve it somehow. Yeah,
mhm,
you'd have to preserve it somehow.
mhm,
But yeah, Polaroid had like a revival too. That had that style of uh I don't know what you call it, but the Polaroid style had a revival like 10 years ago, where photographers were trying to bring back that feel of the in the moment photography.
mhm.
So yeah, I mean, you can't go back in time, but um you know, now, if you go back, all your photos will, will still be there. Your photos will definitely come out today. So you
Yeah.
know, but alrighty, that concludes this episode. We'll see you guys next week.
Mhm.
Um, and the show's just getting better, y'all. All right,
That'll be better.
man. The recording. If I can see, I'm blind. Okay.